Oh, interwebers, don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world-famous weekly wrestling review on KD Comedy. And please feel the power. It is a new podcast. Yes, it is. Please welcome KD's Wrestling with the Week, featuring special guest, fellow stand-up comedian, and co-host of the Never Drinking Again podcast, Mr. Dan Ross. I suppose I should do an intro of some kind. So hello everyone and welcome to KD's Wrestling with the Week. This is episode 1. So each week I will be going through the week in wrestling, just talking about what has happened, give my opinion. Sometimes I will be on my own, but other times I'll be with someone else. Like this week, I am with fellow stand-up comedian, fellow wrestling fan, Dan Ross. How are you, Dan? Say hello to the lovely people.
I'm good. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, I don't know if you can pick it on the camera, but I'm actually wearing a wrestling shirt. It's British Strong Style. Bit of the old Pete Dunne merch. It's black on black, so it doesn't really show. But yeah, I've gone for the local lads.
One of the people from the British wrestling scene that is still okay to like at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I was worried. Like, I bought the shirt, and it took a few weeks to arrive. I was like, I'm hoping in the interim it comes out, but he's seemingly one of the good guys, so that's nice.
Yeah, he's like Matt Riddle anyway. He's like over enough that it's okay.
Yeah.
Even though his one seems kind of legit, like that whole thing's like a shit show, isn't it? Though.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Like, it's hard to like anyone because you're just like the Matt Riddle one. It's like with all of them, they're all kind of, it's just accusations with little proof. But
yeah,
he just came out and was like, she had like a detailed account of what happened, and Matt Riddle's account was just, the bitch is crazy. Like, you're more likely to side with the person who's got a coherent story.
Well, I mean, his one did seem legit though, from what they were saying, like that was stalking him and that, but then all that now go against it again, so God knows what's going on with that man.
Yeah, it's good and shit.
It's a good thing to say.
That so many people are turning out to be pieces of shit, but it's good that people are exposing them. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same through the Me Too thing, and it's always good that people are coming out with it. But there's always going to be people that get caught up in it that probably shouldn't do as well,
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's go straight on to Raw then first. So you watched Raw, I'm guessing?
Yeah. I watched it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Big Heath.
Yeah, remind me if I'm wrong. What started it with this?
Yeah, so it opened with Drew coming out and then Dolph, because Dolph was meant to be revealing his stipulation, but instead he brought out
that was it.
Brought out Heath.
He was looking big.
Yeah, the classic 3MB route: get released, get big, WWE champion. So he's got it.
He's got it like everyone else did it in like 3 years. He did it in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Apparently he's popping up in TNA because apparently this was like a one-off thing, but it was cool to see him though.
Yeah, it was, and his promo was class. Like, I'm surprised that
better on the mic than I remember.
I'm surprised that they're not giving him a deal, because he's one of them that, like, they always give him shit gimmicks and he always gets over, and he can clearly talk. He's like decent enough in the ring. He's like one of these hard-working people with talent and charisma. Yeah. Vince is just like, nah, get rid of him. But it's him and Zack Ryder were the two. I was surprised, like, they got released.
Yeah, Zack Ryder did surprise me as well. Someone else as well, isn't it? I swear there's someone else. Rusev, that one really surprised me. As people would have got released. Well, didn't surprise me, but it was like wasted
talent, yeah. Well, apparently Vince doesn't like him because he thinks he's not attractive enough for Lana, and Vince is a bit mad. Yeah.
God, how long is it going to be till the speaking out movement just becomes a Vince McMahon movement?
Oh yeah, I mean,
so much stuff in his
past. Can't believe nothing had come out about Vince. Like, unless he's so mad that he's really like asexual. Like he presents himself like, oh,
Yeah.
but he's actually like, no, stay away from me. This is gross. But yeah,
Yes, it looks like a Barbie doll under there.
yeah, he's a eunuch. Vince is a eunuch. That's why he's so mad.
But I thought this was kind of harsh and Slater at first, though, just because when I realised they were going to fight and what was, I was like, well, he's just going to kill him. And I didn't
Yeah.
expect it to happen so quick. Anything I was expecting it was going to be like, at least the end of the show, like a show of Heath Slater basically in the end getting killed.
Yeah.
But no, he just whacked him quite quick, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then, like,
it was like it's obviously building for Drew and Dolph's title match, but for me, and I think for like most people who are still talking about it, it made you more want to see a Heath versus Drew title match than Drew versus Dolph. Like Dolph was just there essentially. Like Heath versus Drew would be.
Yeah.
If you build Heath up enough, like in one segment, he got himself over. Like you could just build that up, and that could be a proper. Because it's meant to be Jinder. It was meant to be his first feud after Seth.
That's what I heard.
Jinder's injured, so.
And I'm assuming
they're just like, we don't know what to do. Here's Dolph.
Oh, so I wonder if originally then with Jinder, was it Jinder was going to bring back Heath then, I guess? That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that would have made more sense, yeah.
That would have killed the 3MB reunion, though. That would have been a terrible way to have the reunion. Not as bad as the Shield reunion with Kurt Angle and the old man cosplay kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fucking terrible. But yeah, so in the end, wasn't it? It was just Dolph Ziggler got his head kicked off by I can't remember if he actually had that done or not, but knocked out, and then they just celebrated in the ring again because they're friends after that.
You got to beat up your friends every couple of years just to reestablish the friendship. Yeah, Dolph ran in to beat up Heath, then Drew helped him, and then Dolph ran away.
But, yeah, I really enjoyed this. To be fair, I thought that was quite good.
No, I really.
Raw's getting better again at the moment.
Raw is actually. I was talking to someone about. I think Raw is probably my favorite weekly show at the moment. Like everyone's got something.
Same. It's surprising. Like even 3 weeks ago, it was different. Like, but yeah, literally since Heyman's left again, it's got a lot better. At the exact same time, Smackdown got terrible.
Yeah, Smackdown. I mean, Smackdown just seems to be the same thing every week, which is just
and
it's too much.
Especially because they had a whole week of Oh yeah, that's it. Now Baron Corbin's gone over SmackDown, and that's it now.
SmackDown shit.
Baron Corbin virus, man, fucking hell.
The Corbin curse.
I can't remember exactly what order everything else happened on this, so I was just gonna throw this because I remember some of the stuff that happened with along the women's side. What was it? There was this where Kairi Sane appeared, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there was Kairi Sane and Sasha Banks for.
Yeah, Kairi Sane and Sasha is a DQ finish.
I should have checked that. I was meaning to look at the results, but
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not important anyway, man. Fuck knows why Kairi Sane came back.
Yeah, I mean, apparently she's retiring, so.
Well, I don't know if she's retiring. She's going back to live in Japan, isn't she? With because she got married now.
She's married.
Over there.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kairi versus Sasha ended in a no contest.
Yeah, I'm tired of Bayley and Sasha.
I think they're really good.
They are, but everyone else is saying that I've seen it on a few other things about people saying that it's great. Now we've got Bassett, now I can't talk today. Bayley and Sasha on everything, and it's just the same as Roman and the same with Charlotte. It's just gonna get. I'm already tired of this.
I know what you mean, but I think Bayley and Sasha have kind of got there because they're entertaining, whereas Roman and Charlotte got it because of who their family are.
But Charlotte's good.
She is, but it was.
I like Charlotte a lot. She's used too much.
Yeah. But, she just goes from like title match to title match, regardless of what brand she's on.
Oh.
Um,
Where's
but,
Nia gone, actually? Because she took out Charlotte, and then Nia's just disappeared as well, now, actually, hasn't she?
yeah,
She hasn't appeared since taking...
since losing to since losing the number one. I don't know. I don't think she's injured because it's more she injures everyone else.
Nia?
She injured Kyrie, and she injured Charlotte, and she injured Becky
2 weeks in a row. I didn't realise, because she did that one, the Booker Bomb, the first week, and then the second week she did that with the steps. And I flicked through a lot of... I flicked through a lot of that match because I'm so tired of Nia Jax as well. And I saw the headlines coming up for it after, and I thought, they're just repeating the same story for some reason. It took me a few days to realise, it's happened again. Okay.
I mean, if she wasn't related to The Rock, like, you could not get away with injuring this many people consistently. But it's just like, it's Nia, she's learning still.
I don't know the size of her though, you know what they're like. Vincent.
I think she's big, but she's not particularly strong. Like, they build her as like a strong wrestler, but like most of the injuries happen when she's dropped people. Like, she dropped Charlotte on her head once. I think if they just built her as like,
I remember that.
If they just built her as like she's really powerful and can hit you really hard, rather than she can lift everyone up, I think it'd be a lot better. But it's like, she's big, she has to be strong.
Yeah, that's all she does, man.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything else notable from the women's stuff on Raw.
No, I mean,
that was the main event, weren't it?
No, the main was. The main was Asuka Bailey, and then they had Kairi Sasha earlier on.
Yeah. And from here, I definitely can't remember the order, man. So we'll just see what comes up next.
Okay.
It was a Mysterio, weren't it? After that, yeah.
I
don't know if it was after, but this is now anyway.
Yeah, Mysterio and Seth. I think this has been really good.
Oh wait, that's the wrong bit. Yeah, Duel's been great. Seth's new character is great.
Yeah, Seth's like absolutely knocked it out of the park during these lockdown episodes. I really think wrestling is better with no audience. Like,
it's arguable.
They've just like, well, maybe it's because of the situation they're in, but they've decided to just take risks and go a bit mad and have Seth be a messiah that wants to rip out people's eyes. Like, that's all you want from wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, some kind of mad story.
Yeah. I mean, when he did it, it was just like, it was one of them, weren't it? He started doing it, you're like, someone's going to stop him, something's going to happen. Shit, okay. Blood, okay.
Ray's blind now.
Yeah, fuck. And now they're having an
eye for an eye match.
Eye for an eye, man. What the hell, man?
I'm buzzing for that. That's going to be class. I mean, obviously, no one is having their eye removed, but
obviously,
the whole kind of, because you obviously know that, but you're also a bit in your mind like, they could gimmick it. They could remove someone's eye. It could be a bit. They could go a bit mad.
I mean, it happened to Vader.
Exactly. Yeah. There was that Extreme Rules match, that One Night Stand, where Mick Foley barbed wire Terry Funk in the eye, and he's just running around the whole match going, my eye. They could do that. It'd be great.
Yeah. That was brutal. I remember watching that thinking, oh shit, I think he actually got him in the eye. Yeah, look legit. I'd love to know though if WWE even know how this is going to work yet.
I think that's a very good question. Yeah. There's a lot of WWE stuff like, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. It's like, have you decided the ending? No. But eventually, at some point, we will have to.
I could totally imagine that being the case. Very much so.
There's the rumor that Dominic is going to turn heel and join the Disciples of Seth. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't really have a name, do they?
No, I don't officially. Seth calls them his disciples. But I don't know what you call the group when you include Seth. I love what but he's really good.
Yeah. What? He doesn't need her. But I'd love Dominic to do that. But from what Ray was saying, I don't think it's going to happen, but God knows.
It'd be a cool way to sort of start Dominic's career, and because Ray is not under contract anymore, he's doing it show by
Yeah, I saw
show.
that. It's like a hand. Yeah, because he asked for a raise. I can understand them not giving him a raise though, and I'm like, I don't understand why I'd ask for a raise doing all of this, even though WWE's got fucking loads of money though. Like,
but yeah, if like in my job, if 12 of my colleagues just got sacked, I wouldn't be like, "Can I have a raise?" So we're cutting costs.
Yeah.
12 people have been fired, but can I have a bit more money, please?
That's the thing. People are saying about how harsh it is, like the fact that they're still looking to make record profits this year. And I just think really that's just means that they're really good at business if they've done all of this and they're still going to make record profit. You can't, you can understand it. It's a business.
Well, they were guaranteed record profits pretty much as soon as they signed the Fox deal. So I bet Fox are happy they got Smackdown out of that. Like quality program.
Now they're definitely super happy about it. They wanted real wrestling, you know, like Jeff Hardy throwing piss at Sheamus's face. Which was apparently they got complaints about and they had to edit out of some of them.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's the funny thing about people, like wrestling's fake, wrestling's shit, and then someone's throws piss. Like, that's too far. Have I just been made the United States champion? Is that something?
Accidentally clicked on it.
I'll wear that.
I really like it.
I really like it as well. Yeah, it's it looks important. It's still got that look of like it looks a bit like a toy, like all WWE belts do. But that's obviously because they want to sell them as toys. But it looks less like a toy than the old one.
Exactly, yeah.
I
still really like the old one too.
Yeah.
That one looks it looks like an older belt, but like modern. It actually looks like what they described it as, like an old, like a traditional modern take. It actually looks like that.
It looks really cool, and I think it'll look good. It was weird that Apollo didn't reveal it because he is the US champion, but I think it will look good on. It will look good on Apollo. It looked good on Lashley as well. But
it would have made a lot more sense if they were going to do that. Why they didn't have Apollo do it, and then him beat him, like MVP and Lashley beat him down, and then take the title. That would have been cool if they're going to go this way.
Or just say like we should be the champ, and then just like this is our belt. Which is what they've done in AEW with Cage.
Oh yeah. We will get to that, sir.
Okay. I'm jumping ahead.
I don't remember if I see any of this. Was there any ninja stuff on this week's Raw? I seem to remember there being something in the back.
Ninja, I can't remember. I kind of zone out the ninjas. There was some 24/7 nonsense.
It was.
Wasn't he getting chased?
It was Randy Orton. Randy Orton was in the back. Yeah, and R-Truth came up, and then he ran off after talking to Randy, and then the ninjas came, and Randy covered for R-Truth for some reason. Randy doesn't like ninjas.
Randy hates ninjas. But he's a, snake-like killer with no feelings, but he really does not like ninjas, or he just really likes R-Truth.
Or just like, I don't blame him. I love R-Truth.
Yeah. Really strange facet to Randy's character, just to be like, I'm cold-hearted psychopath killer, but R-Truth is hilarious. I love him.
Yeah. He loves R-Truth like he's his best friend. He'll do anything for him.
Randy's just there, killing people with steel chairs, ending careers, and then just laughing with R-Truth.
Not pretty Ricky, though. Not pretty Ricky. I did not understand that week.
No, sometimes they go out on a limb and it just doesn't work, but you got to do that.
But talking about Randy, though, man, this really surprised me. This match, the one with the 6-man tag, I really enjoyed it. I expected to hate it.
I mean, other than Big Show, like everyone in there was like a really good wrestler. Big Show's a legendary big man. So everyone in there can go.
I love the Big Show, but it's just Yeah, but the Big Show gets in the way. I don't know. I just thought it'd be boring, though. But the story that Randy Orton told in it, I really the story in that, like, you don't notice it very much. But I think I've been listening to a lot of Jim Cornette lately, and he talks about it a lot. I really noticed it in this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when Randy gives a fuck, he's really, really good. It's just a lot of the time he does not give a fuck. But the whole storyline with Edge,
he does not give a fuck.
Being the legend killer again, but being the legend killer who is a legend, is like a cool.
Yeah.
Speaking
he's letting himself grey out a little bit.
Yeah, he looks proper sadistic as well. It adds to the whole. Yeah. And this would be a cool stable as well.
Indeed.
If they do.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
He made a point, didn't he? That they're all third generation, so.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And, so we've got like another what was it? Legacy.
Yeah, new Legacy with Zelina as well. It was really good. Have you mentioned the Big Show earlier? Have you watched the Big Show on Netflix?
I haven't. I've heard mixed stuff, and I don't know if I want to.
I think if you're a wrestling fan, yeah, it's not bad. Like, well, okay, it is bad, but it's not as bad as it should be. It's better than you would think it would be. And there's an appearance. Mark Henry and Rikishi are in an episode.
Oh wow! Okay.
Getting all that star power in.
Yeah. Is it bad on the level of a really bad sitcom, or bad on the level of just it's a sitcom?
Yeah, bad on the level of it. There's much worse sitcoms out there that are like much more popular. In terms of
okay. So I like sitcoms, so I'm fine with that. But
it's like family orientated sitcom. Like it's probably more aimed at kids, but there are some like funny bits.
Oh, if you get the kids to watch it with me, then
exactly,
not back in the house with them at the moment. Yeah, but that's a good idea. They actually know the Big Show, because it's kind of hard to forget the giant guy.
He's the one that sticks in your head when you see him.
Yeah. Although to be fair, Braun Strowman is like the initial. They look at it now and they see Braun Strowman as the giant they know, and then Big Show is like, oh, he's the old guy, giant.
That's Dad's Braun Strowman.
Yeah, basically, it's weird when you see them like in the next generation, man.
Yeah.
I think that was everything from Raw, though. We go over to the most interesting night of the week, really, with wrestling, I'd argue now.
The Wednesday Night War.
Not the best, but the most interesting.
Yeah.
So are you more AEW or NXT?
I'm more NXT.
Oh, okay. I am more AEW.
I've not really been able to get. I mean, I'm probably going to get killed by Smarks for saying this, but I've not got into AEW yet. I've watched a few episodes, and I think the matches are always a bit too long, which is a very modern thing. That's one of my criticisms of modern wrestling. Is every match has to be like 20 minutes with 12 finishes, but and
to be honest, I agree with you. I can't even disagree with you. Like,
I like a lot of guys in AEW, like Jericho, Orange Cassidy, Colt Cabana's in there, but he's being all serious, isn't he?
Well, no, he's not being all serious. So, have you not watched this week? Then are you not watching each week at the moment?
I'm not. No, I know. I check the results and watch highlights and stuff, but I've not watched the episode.
Oh yeah. Colt Cabana's not being serious. He's just he's doing the whole thing with the Dark Order, but he's still acting like he's like they keep saying he's in denial. He's acting like himself, but then going off with them.
Okay, that's quite cool.
Yeah, some of the story stuff, isn't it, is quite cool, but then some of it's really hit and miss, though.
Yeah.
And I think I made a mistake, like I said, with watching so much Jim Cornette because he hates it.
Oh yeah,
he points out all the things that are wrong.
Hates it, yeah.
Yeah, he also admits when the stuff is done well, he's fair. But he's pointed out all this stuff, and now
he's got like a very particular view of how Cornette's got like a very particular view on how wrestling should be. Like he wants it presented as MMA.
Exactly, yeah.
So I don't know. I think if I watched a show that was run by Cornette, I wouldn't like it because wrestling is fake. There's no getting over it. There's no.
Yeah.
You obviously don't want to go too far and be like making fun of the fact it's and pulling people out of the suspension of disbelief, but pretending like they're actually fighting is silly as well.
I think a lot of the time when I listen to him, especially, and a lot of them, they seem to forget that. I think most of the time people choose to like suspend that disbelief that you said, like rather than, So it doesn't matter that much. They'll stay in it if they want to.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Cena Bray Firehouse. Like we know that's
that
not
was
real,
great.
but it was amazing. Like you take yourself out of it, and it's same with the Boneyard match as well. Take yourself out of it, and it's just really enjoyable. And the Seth Rollins stuff, like I know no one's getting their eye gouged out, but you still really want to see it happen.
Yeah, you enjoy it for what it is. That's what is. It's better to be a smart wrestling fan. I think you get there as you get older, or some people don't actually. I say that.
I think everyone knows it's fake now.
Well, yeah, man. It's like a guy's soap, isn't it?
I'd be interested to see if there's anyone who thinks it's real and what their take would be.
Oh, even my kids like kind of assume it is. So
it'd be a worrying conversation. I think someone defending wrestling being real. But yeah, so it was So the Fighter Fest was it this week? Yeah.
Oh,
great.
I was only gonna say with that. Yeah. Like as far as Fighter Fest goes, man, there wasn't. It really wasn't good. The first week was good, but this second week it was. Yeah, man, not much happened because it was supposed to be
Ambrose
Cage and yeah.
I mean,
but they obviously had to reschedule next. Yeah. Had to reschedule it for next week now, which just happens to be Fight for the Fallen now next week. So I wonder if next week NXT is going to happen to be something else now.
Another special based off an old pay-per-view. NXT No Mercy. NXT Fully Loaded. Whatever.
Or just something. Like NXT. I don't know, Great American Halloween Havoc or something. Well, I know it's not Halloween, but
Bash at the
one
Beach.
of the old WCW ones. Yeah, that's it.
It's interesting that Moxley couldn't be there because Renee gave him Corona. That probably came
like
from
50 people.
Came from a WWE.
Like 50 people apparently now, man.
Yeah. What a surprise that WWE aren't taking their medical responsibilities seriously. I could not be more surprised.
Have you seen the fines they're doing now?
Are they doing fines for people having coronavirus?
No. Fines for taking your mask off. If I see you take your mask off once, I think it was $500 in the crowd. Like for the people like in the crowd now, $1,000 if you do it the second time.
Because Kevin Dunn was meant to be really against masks, which is it's worrying. There's lots of wrestlers, a few that have said, "Oh, you shouldn't have to wear masks." And I don't know. If you're taking your advice about pandemics from wrestlers, you need to reevaluate.
Yeah, people that get paid for to take high impact shots and hit the head all the time.
Yes.
Let us not forget that one of the best wrestlers alive today at the moment believes that flat earthers have a lot of good points. Yeah. He's not a flat earther, he just thinks they have a lot of good points. Let's remember that.
That talking smack with Daniel Bryan's just like waiting for everyone to finish their points. He's like, AJ, can I just ask you a question? Are you a flat earther? And he's like, no, shut up, Daniel. No, I'm
not. So is, man. Oh, that's the pinnacle of stupidity to me.
I always thought it was a meme, or I thought people were saying it for a joke. But people genuinely do believe it, don't they?
Mm-hmm. I think if that's the Super Bowl, Christian's one of them. Everyone. So because that's happening next week, then he gave him the FTW title, like you said, which I thought was for the win, but
No,
It's fuck the world, is it?
fuck the world, yeah. See,
Yeah.
it's happened the other way around for me. So FTW being for the win is like what people say on the internet or MSN Messenger.
Yeah.
So people would say to me like on MSN or whatever, FTW, and I'd be like, because I'd known old school ECW, I was like, why is this guy just randomly saying "fuck the world" to me? Like, why is everyone
There's
saying
some
"fuck
negative
the world"?
people.
Everyone is really pissed off at the moment. But now it's got Taz completely reinvented himself into.
I love Taz, yeah.
Yeah.
He's such a good talker, though. He always has been. He's always been a really good talker.
Yeah. But underrated, like you would. If you were asked to name some of the best talkers in the business before this, I don't think Taz would have been one of the first people you went to. But
I can't think of a time that in WWE did he ever managed anyone? He only was a commentator, wasn't he?
yeah, that only ever commentary and a brief run as a singles guy. He's in a tag team with Spike Dudley for a bit.
Yeah.
Angry Short Men.
I don't remember that at all.
I think they were tag team champions. Don't at me, but I think they were tag team champions.
So many stupid ass tag teams. That's the one good thing about AEW. Their the tag team division is much better. It's true. Like I can understand why FTR went there.
Yeah, I love. I mean,
Revival.
I'm a big fan of the Revival. Yeah.
Yeah.
FTR.
I thought that they were always, for years, I thought that they were actually good mates with the Young Bucks and all them lot. And that's where all fuck the Revival thing came from. I assumed they were always good mates, but then listening to them on a Jim Cornette podcast, they don't know them. They don't know them at all. Like they only talk to them now.
It's sort of they've become friends or like know each other through taking the piss, but it were because for years
they didn't talk all of it. They literally apparently only talked since they've been on AEW.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it was nothing at all. Like they weren't anything.
They all seem to be like the Revival seem to be quite in on the joke of like fuck the Revival, but because for
they're just smart business boys.
Yeah, and it makes it. Because for years everyone saying
now anyway.
There's like a year or 2 years where everyone said the Bucks and the Revival are the best tag teams in the world, and now we're going to get to see them go not 1-on-1, 2-on-2. So. But
you want to see them go 2-on-2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing,
I mean,
it's two singles guys are the tag team champions. It's Omega and Page, isn't it? I find that strange.
Yeah.
You look at the tag division, it's weird that they've done that. And they said as well that a tag team should always beat two singles guys, but two singles guys are now the tag team champion.
Yeah, they explicitly said that. I think it was just straight up because Kenny's one of the boss guys and he wanted a title. And I don't like Kenny Omega. That's one person I really don't like. Since I've seen him, I've never. Yeah, I've watched a bit of him in Japan and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Not that much. I don't watch it that much, but I've always heard a lot. And every time I've seen him, I've never been that impressed with him. I don't get it yet.
I mean, I'm the same, to be honest. I mean, again, we're going to get attacked by Smarks, but I'd only ever seen him from AEW, and you're told, oh, he's the best wrestler in the world. He's the best wrestler in the world. And
exactly, yeah.
I don't know. I think Hangman, yeah. What everyone seems to be saying though is that when Omega turns heel, they reckon Omega's going to turn heel, and that's when he's really going to. And that's when he's really going to show his talent, but because that would
see what Hangman does. Like, just to clarify, I love Hangman now. I love Hangman now, but really, he bored me when he first was doing the title stuff with Jericho.
Yeah, it was a strange one to give the first title shot to.
Yeah, it really was.
Because he's their mate.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. Although he was offered an EVP role as well, but he turned it down. He was like, "No, I just want to wrestle."
That's fair enough. I can understand that.
Yeah, completely. The only one really out of them all that I think should have done Cody, definitely, because he's got a really good mind. I love Cody. Yeah. Cody's got a really good mind for it all.
Yeah, I love Cody as well. He gets a lot of stick, but I'm a big Cody mark.
Yeah, definitely, man. Just a thin version of his dad.
Exactly, yeah. And his dad was the best.
Yeah. I mean, this was the main event, though. Anyway, in the end, this was what main evented the show. And I love Orange Cassidy. I love him. This was terrible. This was horrendous.
Oh,
I
really?
really did not. It was so. For this being night 2, and night 1 was really good. A Fighter Fest last week was really good. It was like they blew the load because everything was gone for this week. Really, after the world title, they had the tag. Actually, they had a tag title on this as well.
Just
Just
private
randomly out of nowhere, but that was
private party.
yeah.
They're really good. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, they're all right. They're just a bit all over the place.
Yeah.
There was also Lance Archer and Joey Janela. Lance Archer is great. I really like him. Murder Hawk.
Yeah. I'm not seeing much, but he seems to. He's one of the ones that got released from WWE, and I kind of completely forgot about him. And he turned up as this massive, crazy killer man. I was like, oh shit, Lance is still about.
Yeah, I don't remember WWE like at all.
He was called something. Was he? No, he's still Lance Archer, I think. But I remember
Luchasaurus, he was in WWE as well.
Yeah, but I remember Lance Archer in TNA as well when he was Lance Hoyt, and he was in Rock and Rave.
Oh,
managed by Christy Hemme. That was a team.
Oh.
They used to come out with air guitars, vintage TNA.
You know, I'd probably know that because that name sounds really familiar. I did watch a lot of TNA, like up until when he did the whole Global Force thing.
No, really. I sort of ducked out when Hulkster rocked up.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah, a lot of that too. I popped in and out, but yeah, same really. But this was just very it was just a normal match, and then it was just nothing really happened, and then Jericho just did his spinning Judas effect back elbow and just pinned him. It was just really anti-kick. When you know, what's that? Sorry.
Is this one of the matches where Orange Cassidy tried?
Yeah, he's been trying through all of this. He actually tried.
Yeah, I think that's a cool.
An angry Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Always, for some reason, can never wrestle a match without getting his ear bleeding now.
Okay.
But it was just really anticlimactic, especially when you were married to this from fucking from NXT. Yeah, fucking Cole and Lee. That was amazing.
It's incredible. Keith Lee is fucking money. He is walking money for
Keith
WWE.
Amazing.
If they get it right.
I wasn't that into him. I wasn't that into him before. Like I think I went out for NXT for a while, and it's literally been the past like 3 weeks I've got into NXT again and started watching it.
Yeah, it goes through phases. NXT, like every couple of months, will be a rebuilding phase. Like I wasn't that when Keith Lee first signed. I didn't think there was anything particularly special about him, but the last year or so, the feud with Dijakovic, his Survivor Series and Royal Rumble appearances, he just looked like a star.
Oh yeah, forgot about the Rumble. Yeah.
Cool. There was WWE did a good video on their YouTube. It might have been even the Performance Center's YouTube, because Keith Lee's trainer died the day of this match, and he'd been to see him 5 days before, and it was like, and they had Keith Lee talking about it, and it's just like, this guy is so likable that he should be. I can see him like multi-time WWE champion if they do it right. There's a big if, but he just looks like, I think no limit. He is limitless. Like there's no limit to what he can achieve.
Yeah, he's a great person at the moment to push like NXT, and he will be a great person to push Smackdown overall. Like, and from what I've heard, Vince is like really big on him as well.
That's
so, I reckon. I reckon he definitely could, man. But I can't remember what else there was that was on NXT before this. There wasn't much from what I remember. It was all circled around this, really.
Shotzi Blackheart ran over Robert Stone.
Oh yeah, God.
I quite like him.
Huh?
I've been liking the Robert Stone stuff.
I haven't seen a lot
Like,
of
he's
it.
this guy that just can't catch a break.
I've only saw like last week, but I've gathered what's going on, and I did like it last week. Oh, you gone? You frozen? Oh, I think you're frozen. I think you're frozen. I'll take you out and come back in. Hear me? Please do that. Please do that. If you can hear me, then please do that. Then please do that. If you can hear me still, if you can see me still, then please do that. Yeah, please do that. I'm going to continue on until he comes back. Go over here. Oh, he's back on.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think my Wi-Fi went down, so I've put it on a different Wi-Fi, so it should all be good now.
There you go.
Wi-Fi issues. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hey! I can hear you, I think.
Okay, can you hear me? It seems
Yeah,
like
now I can hear you.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Yeah, my Wi-Fi went down, so I've done a hotspot on my
Cool.
phone, so it should be there should be no issues going forward now.
Okay, cool. I can't remember what we was talking about before. Yeah, there was nothing else from what I remember, because I think most of what I can remember from last week, from NXT, what I'm thinking of was all the week before. There was a Dexter Loomis thing that was the week before.
The strap match. Yeah,
There
was Candice Mia,
that
the
was
street
cool.
fight.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's the one that was up there somewhere.
Our boy, local boy Drake Maverick and Breezango versus Legado de Fantasma. 6-man tag.
Yeah, I knew that Pete Dunne was a Brummy, but I never knew Drake. I knew Drake Maverick was British, but I never knew he was a Brummy until NXT.
He's got quite a strong accent.
I've terrible with accents, man.
I suppose he kind of maybe when he was on like Raw or SmackDown, Vince was like, "Take that calm down, that goddamn accent. Talk normal. No one can understand you."
He's got a prominent British. You can hear that he's British.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm just shit with accents myself, man. Yeah, Maverick's cool. I'm not all bent out of shape about like them using it as a storyline. I think he was actually legitimately fired.
Yeah, I think he promoted himself into a job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which whatever, man. Cool.
Fair play to him. Yeah.
Wasn't it? Oh yeah, because they were talking about Heath Slater, whether he's doing the same kind of thing, whether he'll get his job back now. But apparently he's going to Impact. So
yeah, I've heard him going to Impact a team with Rhino.
Yeah, God knows why. Yeah, because they were the first SmackDown Tag Champions for reasons.
No, I mean I really like that storyline, but
yeah,
I
like they were entertaining together. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, why are you a team? It makes no. Okay, whatever.
The Rhino felt sorry for him. It's like, okay, we'll be tag team champions then.
And he'd buy him cheese and crackers.
Cheese and crackers. Him and his 22 kids.
Oh, he was definitely like the creepiest drunk Santa though, Rhino. I remember that.
Oh yeah, that was odd. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember where that was from now, but that was creepy.
And didn't he go into Talking Smack as well as like a creepy drunk Santa?
Yeah.
And he kept wanting Renee to sit on his lap.
That sounds that would make a lot of sense from how I remember it anyway. But fucking hell, yeah, I was just for Keith Lee winning that though, man. Definitely was the right call.
Yeah, the only downside is that obviously there's no crowd, but because you would have got a huge pop. But it is what it is. That you can't be I think they were waiting for when they could be in front of crowds again for a few things, but now they've realised it's gonna be a while.
Yeah,
America is not
yeah.
dealing with this very well, so
I mean, they finally understood because they was literally till like a couple of days ago they were still under the impression they might be able to do SummerSlam in front of a crowd, weren't they?
yeah, they've only just cancelled cancelled it in Boston, yeah, which
Yeah,
obvious.
yeah, yeah, like so obvious. They're talking now about because they were on about doing it in September, weren't they, in Boston, and now it's gone back to August 23rd. But apparently August 30th is also scheduled in as a network special now, so they're trying to figure out if it's going to be like a 2-week event.
Oh, that'd be cool. 2 weeks SummerSlam. You'd have a Raw SummerSlam
cool.
and a SmackDown SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's the thing, Annie, though. You'll have Raw and SmackDown in between, so I don't know how that would work.
So,
but they could do it.
Yeah, definitely. Make it a weird theme like they've done with Extreme Rules, the horror show.
Oh, yeah, you came in perfectly into that then. I was going to say, we could, like... because obviously we haven't watched SmackDown yet, so we're recording this on Friday, so SmackDown's tonight. But SmackDown shit anyway at the moment, so we're probably not missing much down. Okay, so I did say then that I would come back with the SmackDown results for you guys. So obviously Danny's gone now. This is the next day. This is Saturday. I'm coming to you. Well, it doesn't really matter to you. It'll be coming out soon. But anyway, anywho, so look, SmackDown started off then, I believe. Yeah, so it started off the same thing last week. Started off with Miz TV again, and this time we had Jeff Hardy. Yeah, because last week, no, we just had a run in. Yeah, so we had Jeff Hardy on there, chatted about something. It was a weird conversation. But went into the usual thing, challenged him to a fight. So we had the Miz versus Jeff Hardy for the opening fight. Was what it was. Wasn't any different. You know, what you expect really. Jeff's still good, but he's just a bit past it now. I think he needs to stop doing some of the stuff he's doing. Like this one time, he needs to stop doing that and break his fucking back eventually. But it was an alright match though. Jeff Hardy won pretty decisively, if I remember correctly. He was beating the crap out of both of them. So it made him look quite strong with the whole Sheamus thing. Did Sheamus do something in that? I swear he did. Oh yeah, that was it, because during the Miss TV they were talking about the stipulation for because Extreme Rules. I didn't even think about that. They obviously, because it's Extreme Rules, that there'll be different stipulations for everything. I completely forgot about that concept. But yeah, so Jeff Hardy and Sheamus, the Miz was talking about how, you know, you can pick the kind of stipulation you want and all that, you know, the one you feel the most comfortable in. So I figured ladder match, but no, bar fight, because to quote, you'll be in a handicap match then against Sheamus and your demons. Terrible. But, you know, so there's a bar fight at Extreme Rules, and Sheamus popped up on the Titan one, I believe. They had a chat about some crap. Then they went on, we had an interview with Cesaro and Nakamura before their tag title match against the New Day. Nothing special happened there. And then we had the Omni Banks and Bailey again. What were they doing on this? It's all the fucking feels the same now. It's just they're everywhere. I really enjoyed them for a bit, and I still kind of enjoy them, but they're just everywhere. I can feel myself getting more and more bothered and not caring each time. I'm trying to remember if I actually watched all of this one, all of that or not. All of that match. Oh yeah, it was a tag match, wasn't it? Who won that again? Sasha and Bailey beat Alexa and Nikki. I forgot about that. I don't think I watched most of that, to be honest. I think I skipped through a lot of that. because I wasn't even going to bother reviewing this, because little bits happened, stuff happened, enough to talk about, kind of, I guess. But they were obviously filling time though, because after the tag match, it went into a replay of Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman in the Money in the Bank match that they did. I can't remember if it was before or after this, but somewhere in it they mentioned as well that the Swamp match is going to be a non-title, which is good because Bray can get a win back at least and give it a rudder match, against the Fiend. But then at the same time, it's like, well, why would you need the Fiend if that guy can beat him? And if Braun does win, it's like, well, why didn't you just make it for the title then? But maybe they're just not sure yet, I guess. Maybe it's be a clusterfuck incomplete. God knows. But yeah, so I'll skip through most of that because I'd watched that before, obviously. Watch the end again, like the last 5 minutes, because terrible acting and stuff. But it is entertaining. It was entertaining. Trying to watch him wrestle with that cardigan on, so feel for him. But yeah. We had a quick little chat with the New Day. But then that tag match may be the main event on paper, but what was up next was the true main event. The true main event, a good old karaoke music, karaoke challenge. Yeah, karaoke challenge between Tamina, Naomi, Lacey Evans, and Dana Brooke. Let's see if I can remember who sang what. Lacey Evans sang what did Lacey Evans sing now? I've forgotten already. Let's see who tells you here. Oh yeah, okay. Lacey Evans went for Jeff Jarrett's entrance theme, and she was alright. She was sounding alright, to be fair. Dana Brooke was next to the Honky Tonk Man theme, but that was terrible. It was off key, it was off time. Dances were weird. It was just all kinds of terrible. Same with Tamina. She did Triple H's theme, but she was trying to like headbang to it and completely out of time as well. Yeah, and Jay Uso was hosting it for reasons. I forget which one he is. I don't think he's the one that's married to Naomi. He referred to her as his sister, so I hope not, because you shouldn't have sexual encounters with your sisters, people. You shouldn't do it. No, not right. Yeah, so that was it. Naomi then was last. She sang Dusty Rhodes' theme song. Definitely, not a jab at Cody at all. But yeah, cool. And for some reason there was a karaoke challenge, yeah, and Naomi won. The crowd had to cheer for her, even though it was a word crowd, so they obviously already decided who they were voting for. And then, God knows what the point of this was. The only thing that really happened at all was Lacey attacked Naomi afterwards, and she seemed to have a heel turn in because she's been a bit of a face lately. That's about it. Like, if this was all to get Lacey to have a heel turn, much better ways you could have done that. Any other way than a karaoke challenge. What the hell was that? Yeah, end of week on a karaoke. Okay. Yeah. It wasn't the end of it though. We had then the I believe after that. Well, yeah, you had Naomi versus Lacey Evans. They had a little match, so we were there. Dresses and stuff on, like they weren't, yeah, and none of that was important. AJ Styles is facing Matt Riddle for the Intercontinental title next week, so that'll be good. Really good match for a really ugly title, but be a damn good match. But then it was the New Day versus Cesaro and Nakamura, or as I like to call him, Cesaro and random tag partner number 17. That's all he does anymore. He just has new tag partners like every year. And wasn't anything special again in the end. I can't remember who officially won. I think the New Day officially won, or was there a DQ? But depends on doing it going well. Okay, it was a double team DQ. Stupidest kind of DQ ever. People always double team and it's never a DQ proper. Times like this. Yeah, so he carried on anyway, but then Nakamura and Cesaro beat them down. Got some tables out. If I remember correctly, they had Big E lying on the table and then powerbombed Kofi on to Big E for through the table. So obviously they're going to have some kind of tables match at Extreme Rules because it's Extreme Rules. So naturally they got to get the tables out. It's a horror show. We've got a swamp fight, an eye for an eye match. We need tables too because they're the same. But thank God that was all there was for SmackDown. As every week, SmackDown seems to be going downhill. Ever since Raw started getting better, which is obviously because Vince and Bruce Pritchard probably just spending more time on Raw now. Or the two separate teams. I heard that they were like streamlining it and having two kind of separate teams, or all in one team. But if that is the case, then the second team is just not very good, the SmackDown team. But I have to wait and see. But yeah, it's the one I'm having to force myself to watch at the moment out of the whole week's of wrestling. It used to be NXT. I used to not watch that. I started watching that a lot more now, and SmackDown, which is the one I have to force myself through. Well, but that was it for this week. This was Wrestling with the Week. I was KD Hinken. We had Dan Ross earlier. He's not here anymore, but you can catch him as he co-hosts the Never Drinking Again podcast with Aiden Perrins. That is Dan Ross, co-host of the Never Drinking Again podcast. And other than that, thank you very much. I'll see you next week. I'll either be on my own or with another guest. I believe I do have some special guests lined up for the next couple of weeks, though. So tune in next week and we'll see who is here. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I will speak to you all later. Take care, babies. Mwah! Holding the... Yeah. Bye-bye.